And welcome back to What I Missed. This time around, we're going to be rematching the boss of the Great Deku Tree, Queen Gohma. Technically, I already showed this, since it's a mandatory part of the game to do, but with having to look straight up at the ceiling at its eye that flips completely over, showing a division symbol. But that is not the case, considering, well, not that that's not the case, it's just that that's not what I mean, is that I forgot to show off one of its attacks. Because I just rushed through the boss battle, and forgot to show off this attack right here, where Gohma gives birth to a bunch of eggs. Yeah. And pretty much the eggs hatch into Gohma larvae, which I don't recall if I even fought these on screen when I went through the Deku Tree. But they just try to pounce down on you and deal damage, usually about half a heart, and scattered throughout the room are recovery hearts in tufts of grass. I don't think that they regrow though, but aside from that, that's pretty much all there is to the boss battle with Gohma. So that's all that I can find for this place. And so Gohma burns alive yet again and decomposes in a burst of flames. So let's grab a heart container and get out of here. Anytime now. Come on, I don't have all day. Alright, now that we've entered the portal, it's time to show the alternate dialogue that the Great Deku Tree has for his conversation with Link, or in this case Teshuri. I keep on getting that mixed up even after this whole ordeal. And when does he mention it? Ah, here we go. He gives you the option to say yes or no, whether or not you want to listen, but he says, "No, Teshuri, thou must know my time is short. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert has cast this dreadful curse upon me," and let's just fast forward through this, because we've already seen this part. It doesn't change regardless, it's just an extra line of dialogue. So let's enjoy the hilarity of the Sacred Realm music sped up. And now we rejoin the Deku Tree as he's pretty much on his deathbed, even though it's also where he's lived throughout his entire existence. Well, he's pretty much on the verge of death anyway, due to the curse sapping his strength and pretty much rendering your valiant efforts to be wasted time, since he was already dying. It just took him a little... He was just able to hold on a little while longer. Plus, I also just wanted to show this part since I didn't like how it looked in the initial episode where I showed this when I first got this stone, since it kind of got a bit of a weird tint to it, a bit of a weird orange tint, and it just didn't seem to it just didn't look good to me. I just wanted to redo this part to see how well I could get it to look. And so we get the Kokiri's Emerald yet again, as the Deku Tree sends you off on a grand adventure and withers away into nothingness aside from a hollow husk of his former self as he dries up. At least I think that's what that represents. And dead leaves begin to fall. And for those who wanted a close-up of the Skull Kid, here you go!